That's why I asked you.
And there was Citizens Academy on here too, Kathy. Was that you as well?
Yep, I haven't contacted Leffler yet.
Okay.
So these were just notes on volunteers. Then I did talk to the fire department. Michelle will try to get Light for Life, and then she's also got, she'll bring a tanker and they'll do what we do for National Night Out with, she's gonna see if she can grab the Sussex house so the kids can spray the fire down.
Oh, that would be cool.
Okay.
Hey Kathy,
Yes,
did you see the Fight for Life helicopter and landing?
Yeah.
Who would pay for that?
they do it as long as they, as long as it doesn't interfere with, if there's needed, they need to go.
Yeah, because obviously we all know renting a helicopter by the hour.
But it'd be dramatic, it would really.
Yeah, it's very dramatic.
Maybe we
had
could
them
get somebody
we
to
had
jump
them
at it with a
walk
parachute.
shot. We had to walk a shot with
Yeah.
that.
Mike?
I'm out.
I'm out. If it's, 4 feet from the floor.
Yeah, we could jump out, it's about
Like-
6 or
like
I guess
7.
it's far, I don't know.
That would,
So I left the band there, Fender Benders. You were still kind of talking about keeping a band, and then I did reach out for the for acts on the stage. So I contacted 4 people from Hamilton and 4 people from Arrowhead. Their band and their choir groups, and I got responses from both of them. That they're gonna check to see if they can, if they have a group that would like to play. And then I put it on Facebook, and I actually got somebody for that's interested in being a magician. He does, and he does for $300. He walks around the crowd for 30 minutes. And he kind of gives he kind of hypes the crowd. He gives them things, kids things, he does things for the kids as they're walking around. And then the next half hour, he's on stage doing his magic dance.
That'd be fun.
So then, from Hamilton, I have an instructor that called me about the jazz combo that might be interested. He also does solo work as a musician himself, but he also does drum circles, and he gives a presentation of world music presentation on Native American flutes and things.
Oh, that'd be
So
good.
it's a really cool presentation. He does that. Contacted the sheriff, fire, and I contacted JK Lee. I did not get a response yet. from
What about the
this-
dance? What about the dance group?
I did reach out to them, but they were actually at state, so. we hadn't got that.
Okay.
I did reach out to my neighbor,
Or
the
national.
gentleman who played the guitar and sang, and he said he would love to do it. He said 2 hours, maybe $100. So if you want to put him, depending on what,
Mhm.
what you want to work with,
So what's his name?
Bill Peterson,
And what's his number?
262-894-6837.
And he plays a guitar.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was here last year. He was good.
he was very good.
Yeah. It was kind of nice while we were, just kind of getting things rolling. It was,
Yeah,
was
before the
quite-
band came on.
Yeah.
So,
yes, it was very good.
Yep.
do we want to make a decision about a band or a DJ? I know we kind of talked about this last time. We didn't really get anywhere. Anybody have any other thoughts about it?
the only thing is you have to almost set up like a stage presence thing. How many groups do you have? If you've got, like you said, you got the flute, the jazz, the band.
Well, I've got like a chart.
Yeah.
Timing, but
Yeah,
if you were
that.
gonna do a band with the, and that's where we kind of got stuck last time, was I was concerned that if we were playing music for one, that,
The other
for the
ones wouldn't.
dancers, that we wouldn't,
No.
Want to pay for a band to sit there and wait for them to be done and. But when I talked to Mike today, he said that. When. The band was playing and they were, and you were in the crafts area, the vendor area, that, it wasn't disruptive, so you could have music playing, and if that's the area we're gonna set up the stage and bleachers and stuff for people to watch, then we would be able to, I guess you could have two if you want. It
Are
sounded
we gonna
like-
be pulling too many people away from one thing to another?
I don't know. I mean, I haven't been there, so you guys know.
I think
what-
that's pulling too many people around. Even when we walked around and we're selling those tickets,
I think it's nice to give people options, so,
you know,
it's because if there's only one thing going on at a time and you're not interested in it, I mean. There's other stuff for you to do, but it's just, some people, I mean, I just noticed people that would come and. Sit at a picnic table, listen to the band and,
Drink beer.
drink beer, the whole time.
Yeah.
There's people that do that also, So,
Is it, Mike, is it just too much money or? The variety thing certainly plays well.
mhm.
Are we spending too much money though by having so many different things? You think music wise?
I don't. I mean, because first of
Just a
all,
question.
the majority of the people that I asked would be doing it not for money.
Okay,
So, the dance studio would be coming because they want to tell people about their dance studio. J.K. Lee would want to tell people about their, they're gonna promote their businesses. So they're not gonna charge us to come for a performance,
okay.
is all I'm saying.
And
The,
I think as much of the local performance of that type benefits the village of Lisbon, because it lets the other people in the village know what's happening with talent and different things. And I think for the community best, it's the perfect. They have a lot of the local schools and dance academies and things.
well, and I think they'll be talking. So we'll maybe get people talking about, oh, I'm going to Community Fest because we're gonna sing or
Yeah.
we're gonna dance and then.
right.
So that.
I didn't know that some of these groups that are going to be presenting were not going to charge us.
Yeah, I
So
wouldn't,
that
think
changed.
I wouldn't think the high school group would charge us for being here.
No. I don't
So
believe-
they
I don't know.
just want to promote their program,
Right.
their music program.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I have for, the stage parts of things.
Yeah, that's good.
So I mean, a band would obviously cost money. A DJ is not gonna be free either, so
No.
I don't know. I could really go either way on this, so I'm not.
I'd rather have live music.
Mhm.
Yeah, a band is just for
Yeah.
festive. They
Yeah.
can interact in the crowd.
Yeah. So Fender Benders again.
I think they were pretty good.
They were very. good.
Yeah.
They were pretty
We've been
reasonable,
Yeah,
very
they're
lucky with our
reasonable.
bands.
Yeah.
they're reasonable compared to what others are charging.
Okay, who's gonna call the band? I got the information out there for you, or contact the band.
You called them
Anybody?
last year, it was you, didn't it, wasn't it?
I started, but then you took it on.
Why don't you do it? Yeah,
Okay.
All right,
And that's-
and what hours would we want, I would want the music? Yeah.
Didn't they start at noon last year?
yeah.
Noon to 4.
Noon to 4.
If you wanted to, you could have Bill do again, like what he did, it's from 11 to
12.
12.
Yeah. Yeah, that was nice. I enjoyed that with them.
Mhm.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so Darlene, you're gonna reach out to Fender Bender.
I am.
Okay,
Then it-
or tonight, what did I say? I'm sorry.
Jeanette.
So we would
Darlene,
have
Darlene,
them
oh.
from 12 to 4 and this Bill Peterson. Just
Well,
an hour before.
11 to
Yeah.
12.
11 to 12.
Although he's willing to do 2 hours, he
Yeah.
said, but we could get him for 1.
Let's see what's what they charge,
Sure.
because then they leave at 3:30.
Yeah, I don't know, because setting up and tearing down takes time
Yeah.
for the musicians, so.
But do they charge us for that time? Or they say they're playing for so many hours?
Well, that's the thing, I'm gonna have to say, do we want you starting to play at noon and you play till 4, or are you playing from noon until more like 2:30? I'll see, I'll see
Yeah.
what they're.
Cause they
what
might have a
should-
break. Yeah, they might
Yeah.
have, this is what
Make it a
we
break.
normally do. 4 hours is
Mhm.
X or 3 hours is X.
Yeah.
So we,
'Cause I mean, but the setup and tear down is time consuming.
but it's usually their,
Yeah,
Part
that's
of
on
their-
their dime, but
Yeah.
they build it into the total.
yeah.
It takes an hour, I believe, usually to set up and an hour to tear down. If we look at last year as an example,
Mhm.
Yeah,
Because
because
we were
last year.
clearing out, they were tearing down.
Yeah, we were waiting for them, so we could take that last 10 down.
Yes.
And they were still,
Because they have all those wires and stuff, and it's all.
You know, I'll give them a call. Give them a call.
I called the food pantry. Darlene is all about, taking the food in, so that's not a problem.
Okay.
Marlene, you were gonna, deal with the Optimist Club for food?
The Optimist Club, is pretty sure they will do it. They're having a meeting this Monday. And she asked me, they would not have as big a menu as they had last year. It was almost too much for them. But a limited menu, and the food was good and it was priced well.
Okay.
So I will know on Monday or Tuesday.
Okay, the ATM, do we wanna have an ATM again?
Did they use it? Was it, did it get
There
used?
were, I think she said there were 11
11?
transactions, 11
I mean, the only thing that people are need cash for is for the
beer.
beer
Beer.
and food.
Mhm.
But either that, or do we get like a square and be able to use credit cards?
Well, the ATM is free. So
Okay,
the square is gonna cost us some money.
but we don't have, like, the town doesn't have one?
It's free.
If it's free, it's probably a good idea to have it.
Yeah, I was gonna put,
If
okay,
you're
yeah,
still
yeah,
interested in doing it, it's free. He's trying to advertise.
might as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because the optimists want cash for their product, don't they? They were cash only yesterday, last year, weren't they, the optimists? For the food?
Yeah, they,
Yeah.
It's,
We didn't
it's
have
actually
anything
cleaner
to
if you
do
do
with
it
them.
just cash.
That has
Okay.
to be
Yeah,
cash.
ATM, yes.
So you need that ATM.
yeah.
Keep the
keep the
ATM machine.
Okay, ATM, yes.
Okay,
Even if it's
then-
only 11 persons, maybe be 12 or something.
I've got the notes for what we did for the cash for the day, 400 singles, 100 tens, 105s.
And that was plenty. We were
Yeah.
good
Mhm.
there.
Okay, good.
Are we gonna have a boot again, like the donation?
Oh, the boot, yeah, we should.
We got a lot of money on that.
We did. Well, yeah, for the tips,
Tip
Boot
booth.
for,
just a tip jar.
We had a big tip jar we had on there for John Great Memorial. And we got, how much did we make?
It's
out
like
of it?
700.
Yeah, there was a lot in
A
there.
lot of money in there.
Oh, wow.
So I don't know if we want to, like,
Right.
do we have something that we want to collect for this year?
yeah, well, we could collect for the,
For the bathroom, that we
for,
Actually, that might get, that will probably get some.
Optimist,
yeah,
that's optimist.
yeah, definitely, we could do it for that or the gym set, you know, in New Park. Anything we can do, yeah,
Park improvement.
park, equipment,
is that
Like-
something we could, you know, like if we picked, let's say, playground equipment or something like that, where, you know, we could do it at all the festivals, where we put like a little booth that, hey, we're raising money to
right?
build this new playground at
Mhm.
X park and
Right.
you know, have like a little thermometer thing, what we need.
Oh, yeah, that's a
you
good
know,
idea.
kinda, and then just kind of move that to all the festivals and like. I'll
Yeah.
bring somebody, in, you know,
Started.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
yeah, we talked about that last year, and never could get it out. the
Do we
ground.
have the thermometer thing?
No. We
So
would
they
have to
might have one.
thermometer.
You could put a picture of what
It's
you
just-
wanna buy on the jug.
I have the,
True.
Yeah,
Make
that'd
it
be-
simple.
Yep.
or it could just be a, you know, the big picture that we had before or something.
yeah, I mean, it doesn't have to be the exact, I have a poster of a playground.
Yeah.
You know, we could throw that out there.
I
You
love
could just
it.
Put in there like this is
Playground,
Mhm.
not, you know, like this is,
not exact.
yeah, not exact, but you know, this is what we want.
Put that in fine print, very small print under.
Yeah, yeah,
Not an exact replica.
yeah,
The object in the mirror, maybe.
Um,
Yeah, I love that idea.
we have, I know, I could check with, my business association at my place. They have a big thing that they do in the summer for our, because we all donate money for, everybody in the area donates money for our fireworks. That's how we get our Apache fireworks paid. So, but I'd be able to see what their thermometer looks like.
Oh.
And what it's made out of. Because they just fill it in. It's just a big,
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
big piece
wood
of
thing,
plywood
and
or
they
something somebody
they
painted.
just
and
paint
just-
it, they
yeah.
just paint in where they're at. You know, what they're, you know, what they need, and then if it goes over, then they look.
bubble it over
So on that note, how much would we look for? Like a
200,000 minimum.
Minimal. I mean,
Yeah,
you're probably looking at
two-
250.
gonna be little teeny increments going on there. Gonna be quite the tip to make a dent in that one.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Bring your wallet.
So if we see you, going down Oakwood Court with a barrel, I'll call someone.
You know, that's a great idea. Thank you, Marlene. That's an excellent idea. Um. Anything else, Marlene? You
No.
got- Nope.
I don't see any, do we need porta potty rental?
Oh, yeah,
for the
porta
festival? I
potty.
don't see it on the list anywhere.
okay. Michael.
Very good, very good call out.
Yeah.
Who's doing porta potties?
Mike.
I'll do it.
Like, okay.
I know we talked about doing less
Mhm.
than we have in the past. I think I did 3 and 3 last year, 3 handicap, 3 standard, 2 wash. Um,
Basins.
stations, yeah.
Mike,
Yeah, I don't know if you need 3 handicap.
Mike, do we need, based on, you know, one's not going into these things and looking in and saying, okay, this is underutilized.
Mhm.
Do we really need 3 handicap? Do we have 2?
I mean, yeah, I mean, we could try it for sure. I personally like the handicap ones as a father of one's younger
Yeah.
daughter.
Okay.
Oh.
And I'm a big
That's what
guy
it's
and
for.
I barely fit in one by myself and I got like a 2-year-old in there with me.
Yeah.
You know, the handicaps are nice for
Mhm.
that.
So do we mark them like handicap / family? Or is there a family thing?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, they just use
Yeah.
it.
They just use
Yeah,
it.
okay.
Cause I know if they were all used and I needed to use the restroom, I would just grab them.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, I would too, but
yeah. I mean,
Or
we
the
could-
men's room, I do that quite often.
Okay.
I've never been known
Then
to
I'll
do
go to
that.
the men's room.
Well, and then if we're doing that petting zoo
You're
on the
gonna wanna
upper,
wash
could we have
station.
one up there?
Yeah,
Is that the hand washing for the children after?
Or at least the
Okay.
table with a giant. thing of
Yeah, we've got
sanitizer or
all that
something.
sanitizer stuff.
Yeah, I don't know, I mean, it's for, that's okay versus washing and soap
Well,
and
that's what
water.
we did at the one this summer that we were at, was just sanitizer every.
I mean, it's just,
Yeah,
I
we
mean,
have
if
plenty
we're
of
gonna have a lot
sanitizer.
of people up there, because you've got the way horses and you've got that, maybe a large one up there would be helpful.
and those
There
are
were kids petting
relative.
horses last year.
Yeah.
the wash stations. I think
Yeah.
they're
Yeah,
45
Oh, is
bucks.
that
for one.
what-
They're
No,
the
they-
cheap on the cheap
Okay.
end versus
And
the
then-
porta potties themselves.
and will we put a porta potty up there too then, or just a wash station?
Cause if they're gonna bring a wash station, they have to get up there. It's not like the wash station's gonna move up there.
I mean, it might
Yeah.
be handy to have the
So-
porta potty and the wash station up there,
Yeah.
because when kids gotta go, they gotta go, and then you have to run down the hill and find it.
Yeah.
So maybe
If-
that's
So-
the
Yeah,
site for
yeah,
it.
no, good thought. If you're putting it, if we're putting that petting zoo and the horses up there near the sled hill, I would say, yeah, 1 porta potty and of course the sanitized station would be a very good idea.
So down below, would you want 1 handicap, 2 standard? Cause there is the one
No,
that's.
I'm
always
sorry, I
down there.
withdraw. Ed was forgetting about kids. And that's not good.
Well, they have,
Um,
we still have our regular
Down below, one up on
pit
top.
toilets too there. right?
That's a haul. I mean, from where the festival is, I mean,
No.
I don't know if people walk up there to use it, but I mean, it's
It's a long one, yeah.
Mhm.
longer.
It's closer to their cars.
Even further than the cars, unless they park up on top of the hill, but most people.
Yeah, I would say, Mike, if you thought it was feasible, we could put the one handicap up where the horse and the petting zoo is, along with a sanitized station or,
handicap
a
up
table
there?
with
Yeah.
just, sanitizer.
Okay.
And then put 2 of the handicap / and then 3 regulars down on the, ice rink.
Do we need
See,
3
I don't
down?
think we need 3, because
We need 3 or
remember,
just
well,
2?
because we're not doing the classic car show, remember, we thought we were gonna have a lot of the guys that were gonna be using the classic,
So just 2 regular
How about
and
2 regular?
1 handicap.
Yeah.
Down below.
Mhm.
Below.
And 1 handicapped up top.
Is the cost that different from getting the handicap size versus the regular mic?
About $100, I think.
Yeah, because the porta potties have become quite costly for a lot of obvious reasons.
Yeah, but that's also something that if you go to a festival and they don't have a good situation, you're gonna like think, man, that was That was bad last year. I don't think I want to do that again.
Limit,
No.
Yeah.
my idea, I wasn't thinking, so
Yeah,
withdraw that. And
Well,
Too few, they get overused and it's a bad situation.
yeah, that's,
you betcha.
That too, yeah.
You're able to pay
And hopefully-
$800 for use. You don't want to be skimpy.
and you're serving beer.
Right. Yeah, and then,
Right.
and then if we have these, acts on the stage, we're bringing in all these kids that are gonna be actually doing stuff, so we might actually double the number of people there.
So maybe we stick
Had,
with,
what, 40 last year?
What was the, so he's gonna get the pricing.
So I lied, they're actually not that far off. So a regular basic is 105 and the handicapped is 120. So they're.
Get that on
You need a
handicap.
lot more, yeah, because extra
Mhm.
space in there.
Yeah, that's a no-brainer.
Yeah,
You just get all handicapped?
yeah.
Why don't we just have the space?
For families, because of the family issue.
Correct.
Yes,
You're going in there with two little kids or one, and it's you as well.
Yeah.
So we'll do 3 handicaps down, 1 handicap and a wash basin.
so you don't want to
Yes.
terrorize the children by saying, you go in there and you'll like it.
Right.
Did you get that?
Yeah, just,
So
let's
3
just go with
handicap down
handicap.
below, 1 wash station.
so we're gonna do 3 handicaps down, 1 up and a hand wash station up.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm.
And we'll have a hand wash, how many hand wash stations we're gonna have down?
2.
2,
Just, 1 down and 1.
1 down and 1 up.
Mhm.
Everybody agree with that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kelly, you good? Good. Good. Okay, awesome.
So I guess we're gonna put the petting zoo up.
Yeah.
That's sort of what we're kind of leaning that way,
We'll
right?
find a spot.
Find out.
We're gonna find out.
Do you think that would be good up there? Or would you
Unless
think
you-
it'd be better
unless you
closer
look
down
at-
to the action?
I mean, wherever we can find the appropriate space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you, like I said, if you can get me the size that they need for the.
Yeah.
Fencing around it, and then I can kind of go around and see where it would fit.
You can use the tent that was by the vendors for the people that are, doing their acts. You know, the stage and the bleachers and stuff for the kids that are,
Mhm. Well, like a green room kind of thing?
no, isn't that a big enough tent that you could sit under?
Our biggest is a 12 by 26, and we usually use that one for the band,
Yeah.
which I would say they need all of
Mhm.
that.
Yeah, they use that all
Other
last year,
ones
yeah.
we
for
have
sure.
are 10 by 20, so I mean, you're not getting a lot of
No,
people.
you're not
under that.
covering
It's-
even the,
Yeah.
well, you would cover the stage,
I mean, it's not as elevated.
yeah, okay.
What is the situation with the stage?
We were just talking about it. He was gonna check into some costs, but yeah, we'd like it elevated.
Would it be something we
And
would rent,
solid.
like rent the risers and rent the whole thing?
I think
Maybe,
we'd rent
maybe
this
there's
year,
a
and if
cover,
it-
you could rent it, the cover with it.
If it goes over well and we actually get these acts to come and do this work, because it's all, a crapshoot until we. We can say, yeah, they're gonna come and then they don't have any, they're not getting paid,
Right.
and
It's
then
in the
they
middle
go,
of summer, you got
Yeah.
vacations.
all the kids left, so I didn't have anyone, I should have called you, sorry. And I
Yeah,
got
that
an
can
empty
happen.
spot, so, but if it does go well, then we would maybe think of in the future purchasing the stage ourselves.
So maybe if you could just get us a little more, maybe see what's available, maybe they have something.
This place does Milwaukee stage rentals. They have everything from a 4x8 stage to a 24 by 16.
And I
They
didn't,
do have
once I
rooms.
get the information from the dance person, that's gonna be helpful, because they're gonna need,
Yeah, they'll
that's
play.
gonna make the difference on how big of a stage we need.
Yeah, how many kids that she can put on there at a
Yeah.
time? Yeah,
Exactly.
okay. All right, anything else that we've not discussed on here? Any other thoughts anybody's got? Oh,
I'll update that,
the
that
sheet,
sheet.
okay,
I have one quick question.
yeah.
Order more signs to place around the area.
Oh, yeah, you weren't here. So the group had asked about, the signs that we put out, those, that we get more of those and put them out earlier and put them out in more places around the village.
Okay. We'll probably have to do a
Banners.
bit of a design change. If we do the same style, because the way we have it worded, it's this Saturday. So we
Yeah.
didn't have to keep changing the
That's
date
good
every year.
changing.
So I always put them out like that Monday before. So
Right,
people just read this Saturday, you know.
Yeah, and that's, we just don't think that's enough.
Okay.
Time. So maybe we can change the date on the sign every year.
Maybe I'll look into doing more of like the banner style, where I believe they're cheaper than the ones that we have that are made, because they're like on almost like a thick plastic.
Yeah, like
Where they're-
canvas.
Yeah, they're more of a permanent style sign, where
Oh.
the cheaper, I'm assuming they're cheaper, the banner style. Where you
Yeah.
can just have new ones made every year for the date change.
Or just put a new date.
I'm just gonna mention this so we
A lot
can,
of them just put
Yeah,
change the 5 to a 4.
we can talk about this next time, but do we want to put like a marketing program together on this, like what we're gonna do kind of, because if we want to really beef this up, we're gonna have to do a little bit more in marketing.
Mhm.
So we'll need to talk about that. So, but we have a couple more things on the agenda. We've got like less than 10 minutes. We
Okay.
better jump. Okay. So that takes care of that. So, Mike, you want to do your report, Park Supervisor?
All right, so the past month, we've been wrapping up the summer project, formed some baseball field maintenance on 2 of the fields. Aerated all the sports fields, did some overseeding on the Path at Stone family. Planted, now make that 2 memorial trees at LCP, winterized the water system at LCP and here at Jane Stadler. Did some repairs to the boardwalk on Brighton Estates, been working on mulching up leaves. Then also working on prepping, for the winter season. Can also add that we installed the new sign at Stony Hellquest. And the new, Mr. Drinking Fountain at LCP.
Excellent. Thank
Can
you.
can I just ask a question? Did the bulbs get planted?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Karen and I did that last Saturday.
Thank you.
And Mike, when you said a new sign at Stony Hillcrest,
Mhm.
is it, brand new or was it renovated or what?
The brand new one, the old one rotted away and fell over last
Oh.
year, so.
And then what was the second thing after that you said? Ed?
New mister and wash fountain at, or not, drinking fountain at
Oh.
the playground.
Okay, all right.
And at LCP.
Do you have Brad's adopt a road ed report? Do we have that or we're just
Um,
skip over that?
The only thing I have there is one this Saturday. in
Okay,
Adopt a Road.
Wow. And how is the damage to the trees with that emerald ash borer starting to wane a little bit now? You're finding more and more dead trees and trees that need attention?
Well, the problem is we're getting to that danger zone where they've been dead for more than 5 years. And that's when they become very dangerous.
Right, right.
And that's kind of where we're getting to, like with the Brighton Estate repair.
Right, okay,
That's
yeah,
all
because
from
I
that.
ride my bike on that boardwalk.
Yeah.
And yeah, the
And that's-
trees that I've seen, every time I'm down there, it seems there's some new limbs or something that's crashed, and thank you for doing those repairs.
Yeah, and that's a difficult one because it does get swampy in there.
Yes,
So
it's
the
such-
window for being able to get equipment in there to actually do something is very short.
Yes,
Yeah.
Right.
Because last year we worked for a couple weeks and then it just got too muddy and
Mhm,
we're getting equipment stuck and it just was not pretty, so.
Yeah.
Right.
let's, and I don't mean to,
Thank you, Mike.
yeah, we just gotta move along here a little bit. So we have unfinished business from last time, the discussion and this necessary action on the park pavilion and sport field fees. We've got the old form and the new stuff in here with the, I'm assuming the new pricing is in here, Kathy, yes? In the new form, whatever we decided on,
Well, we didn't, Mike wasn't here last time, remember? And
oh,
we
yeah,
Just, we just kept it the same until he was here to present.
yeah, so this is what we're looking at, all right.
So you came to a usage fee for the fields of $40 per field. Or 65 if dragged in mine.
Yes, for a game, yes. And that is basically, what I did is I matched Village of Sussex. Talking with them, they've been on an increase the last 4 years. They've been doing roughly $5 per practice a year and $10 per game a year. They've been going up. So this is gonna be their 2024 pricing. Would be to match theirs.
So do we want to match Sussex?
I think
Do we want to match Sussex or do we, yeah?
I
Ellie,
don't have
yes.
a problem with that.
Yeah.
I was just, you know, how our price points are we competitive with other areas like Merton, Richfield, Milwaukee. In general, of course, obviously Sussex has a much bigger program than we do.
Mhm.
But
But
it's still
we
a
don't-
field.
Yeah,
Yeah, we don't want to be, quote, I think our fees were too low
yeah,
at discussion of our last committee meeting. But
and
dealing with these different, these athletic groups,
mhm.
you would know, Mike.
Yeah, I mean, as far as fees, I think the money's there. It's more, there's no fields available. That's where people are at right now. So they're desperate to go anywhere.
Yeah.
And so I need to look into this more. So we mainly deal with Sliva for our baseball field rentals. They get first dibs.
Right.
And they are on a program where they just pay us a lump sum,
Mhm.
every year instead of per game, per
Yeah,
practice.
makes it easier for them.
Well, I put the pen to the paper and did a little bit of the math and they're getting a deal.
Really?
Oh, yeah. So like
Ah.
last year, Sliva had 145 practices and 131 games.
And have,
So,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
so if you do that math for our current pricing, which is 25 and 30
Yeah.
per practicing game, that's $7,555. They pay us $2,000.
Oh, my.
Well, we need to talk to them then.
Yeah, and I need to look into, talk to either Natasha or Lisa and see when was the last time that's been adjusted, how long has this been?
Yeah.
Our accountant knows that.
Yeah,
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah, and I mean, but that, I mean, fair is fair.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And like right now, there's really only two other groups that use the fields that I have space for, which one is the Junior Chargers. Last year, they had 23 practices in one game, so that's $605 that they paid last
Wow.
year.
At the going rates.
Yeah,
Yeah.
great. And the only other group I have is Landon Stoneman. They had just had 3 practices, so minimal.
I mean, even if you were to double, even if you charge them $4,000, they're still
they're
getting a
still-
deal.
Cause if we go off, the proposed prices, I mean,
Right.
for Sliva, what they used last year would be $14,000,
Yeah,
So I mean, that's a lot of games.
How long have they been
Right.
paying that fee?
That's what I need to look into.
Yeah.
I need to talk to either Natasha or Lisa and
Okay.
see
Yeah,
how long
we'll,
that's been going down.
yeah, so can you, maybe the next meeting, we'll bring that back and. I mean, I don't know, yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Thank
Okay.
you for running those numbers.
Yeah.
You know, let's
Mhm.
see into that.
So are you, we guys are we in agreement with the fees, the way that we want to raise them now? To match Merton, or do we want to be $5 under Merton? Just, I don't know,
I
I'm
would
just throwing
match.
it out there.
I would.
I would
actually,
match.
Given the competitiveness for the fields.
Okay.
like you
Yeah.
Said, and organized sports is going nowhere but up, so.
Yep.
And I don't think it's an outrageous increase.
No, I
We
don't, I
don't
agree,
wanna Gouge our customers,
great,
but we want it to be fair.
But I
Yep.
mean, the price of everything's going up, like,
Yes.
I just bought 7 super sacks of Turfus this past fall. And I paid $500 a sack, where 2 years ago when I did it, it was 300.
wow,
So like in paint, I just talked to my guy just to get accurate pricing. Paint's up to $70 a bucket now, so I mean, and I was paying 40
Mm.
last year, so I mean, everything's. More, and you're getting less for more money,
Okay, so do we have to make a motion and vote on that? Okay.
You do.
So then does somebody want to make a motion to switch or to increase the pricing for $40 for the field? 65 for Monday through Friday to Dragon Line, and Saturday or Sunday is $100 Dragon Line too, Mike? Is that correct?
There is a clause, I thought, different for weekend rates.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's 65 Monday through Friday, 100 for Saturday, Sunday.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Can
Um,
we just make a motion to upgrade the fees
As
across the
presented?
board as
Yep.
presented?
Yep, do you want to make that
I make
motion?
that motion.
Give a second?
Second,
Okay, all in favor?
I,
Aye.
I,
Any opposed? Okay, no, that'll pass 5-0. Okay, good.
And we will bring that to the board.
Okay.
And then not to change any prices or anything, but I would like to see something added just for soccer fields, because this is all guaranteed or geared towards baseball. You know, for pricing.
Mhm.
You know, we could keep it the same for $65 for a game, because right now we just charge them 30. You know, do the 65 for the soccer, but just add a line on here for soccer field rentals.
And that would include, the painting,
Yeah.
which would be the major maintenance scenario with
Yeah,
soccer.
'cause-
And Bowen, yeah.
yeah, because soccer isn't something you do every day. You
Right.
know, I paint them every week to 2 weeks, depending on how quick the grass is growing
Mhm.
and all that. So it's just mainly to cover, like I said, the cost of paint is almost
And you
double.
want
double.
$65 for that?
Yeah,
Can we just add that as an addition to the original motion?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will so do that. You want to second that again?
Yes, and I will second that addition.
Okay, so the addition to the original motion is $65 for soccer
Soccer
field
fields,
rentals.
right.
Okay, all in favor?
I,
Aye.
Opposed? No. Okay, Kathy got that?
Yeah.
Okay, we are out of time here.
yeah,
Let's just quickly discussion on possible holiday gathering for the park committee. Do we want to do our own or do we want to join the town?
just do the town.
Yeah, because what was the
Yeah.
feedback? Not much,
Village.
huh?
Or town
Don't
village?
care.
think I know
Lunchtime,
that.
you
You're
don't
going to the
care.
town one.
Yeah. town
Good,
one.
because there is no town one. We're only doing a village one.
A village one, that too. Can we go to the town and a village one?
Yeah.
Nope, the town has a better one.
Okay, so.
Careful. you excommunicate.
We have
Okay,
to go.
quickly, do we want to change the name of the Summerfest, Community Fest? Or do we want to do any of the thing on that?
Because we were talking about maybe doing a family
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 Fest?
festival or community family
It's-
festival or
It's,
something.
it's a good idea, but it's taken us so long to get a niche in the village. I would leave it at Community Fest, honestly. Because names stick, people remember that.
Mm,
I'm okay with that.
And honestly, I don't think at this point in the marketing scenario, we need to change the name.
Sounds good.
Maybe down the road, but
Kelly?
Yeah, I don't have any strong feelings about changing it.
Okay,
Mhm.
Danette?
You know, I'm gonna think
guys
about it. Can we think about it? Maybe
Yeah, can
come
think
back
about it.
next month
Sure.
and see if we have,
Yep.
maybe have a couple of names that we change it to and then we talk about it.
Yeah,
Okay.
bring it back.
Thank you.
We have to go.
That'll be it. Okay, so we are, can I get a motion for adjournment?
so move.
So moved.
Second?
Yeah.
Okay, Kelly, second. All in favor? Aye. Okay, all opposed? Okay, we're out at 6:05. Yeah,
So these other, bullet points, they'll get moved to next.
we'll do, yes, yes.
I'm just so that we do it.
My right has to